Ahlberg here, and today just going to bring a quick look at a Town Hall 9 attack strategy here, and that is GoBoLoWiPe. Looking at some effective combinations post-update that you might want to consider for your high-level clan war attacks. Now, just to preface this, the account I'm using has Barbarian King down, and so the examples are going to be against Town Hall 9 bases, pretty much with level 1 expos. So before you trolls get on there and say that's not a max Town Hall 9, I understand that, but I also don't have a Barbarian King. So pretty good trade there, and kind of equalizes the playing field there, but still be able to get a good look at what we're looking for in a GoBoLoWiPe and how to execute it. Going into war with full troops and both heroes up, you're going to be even more effective, obviously, with the BK being able to take out the enemy archer queen. All right, so first one we're going to bring up here. And just pause and take a look at this for just a moment. You can see here what we have is all of the air defenses are right on the inner part of the base, pretty much on about 60% of the base, and so that's what we're going to attack at. And what we're looking at is trying to find a place where we can get our bowlers sandwiched nicely in between the air defenses. So ideally what we want is we want our bowlers to come right in here. And with this set up nicely, we have the queen over here and the clan castle, and that's going to provide the aggro to get our kill squad and our bowlers especially into the middle there, as well as our P.E.K.K.A.s with the GoBoLoWiPe. And so that's the idea, is take a look at what is the best approach that's going to allow your troops to be pulled into the core, and more importantly be pulled into an area where they're right in between all of those air defenses. So I'll go ahead and take that off the screen and watch this attack. Take a look at the army composition there, bring in the Quake spell. The nice thing with the Quake is it's the easiest way to permanently open up the spots to make sure that your squad is able to get there when they need to. This is going to be a little more slower developing attack because, as you know, with P.E.K.K.A.s, if you don't create the funnel right, they're going to walk on you, and that's going to ruin the raid. So especially with bowlers and P.E.K.K.A.s, it's very critical to allow that funnel to develop there. Just bringing a baby dragon and 7 wizards for the funnel. That Quake spell we saw already. Shattered golem entry. Queen's going to clear that last gold storage. Then the P.E.K.K.A.s and the bowlers drop them right away. And you can see we've got a good chunk of the outside of the base here. A nice funnel. Everything's going to start going right to the middle nicely. Get that poison down as the clan castle pops. And the first spell I like to use is the heal spell. While we're poisoning and healing the clan castle troops. Then once the troops are kind of closer to the middle, dealing with the enemy archer queen and some of those defenses, then the rage spell. If you use that rage spell too quickly, they're going to come out of the rage and they're going to get hammered by all these high level defenses. But you can see now the bowlers are taking out all of the air defenses as well as that Tesla farm in the middle, and our golems are out on the side here tanking for the queen. So perfect scenario. And then we're just going to be bringing in targeted loons. You can see I brought a haste spell, and so the spell combination here was the quad quake with a haste, and then the additional spells were the heal and the rage for the initial push on the kill squad. So you can see that once the threat to the balloons, being those air defenses, are taken out, you can surgically take out the outer defenses with balloons. And now look at this nice spread. The balloons all surgically take out the outer defenses and then spread back out to the side, and they're going to go ahead and clean up this base. And so as you can see, just a ton of troops left over, full golem, golemite, tons of balloons, really nice overpowered attack. Next one up here, you can see similar base, only level 1. Pause it just a second. As far as deciding where your entry point's going to be, again, the key is to look at how can I get the maximum amount of air defenses as well as air targeting defenses. And with loons, back-end loons, you obviously want to consider where the wizard towers are. So here you can see we're going to quake in on the top side there, where we're going to be able to take out a bunch of wizard towers as well. We're less concerned about point defenses. Since we do have 12 loons, we're going to be pretty good on being able to handle point defenses, but we need to get those wizard towers out of the way, as many air defenses, and then obviously the queen. With these outer mortars, it's obviously a little harder to get a good solid funnel, but you got to do it. They're going to go and spread a little farther than what you'd like to see there, but still creating that nice wide funnel is going to help get the golems the P.E.K.K.A.s, the bowlers all go in the right direction. And so now they come into that top corner. We've quaked open a spot there. That CC pull is going to go ahead and aggro them in. And again, you're going to want to drop that poison spell and the heal spell to go ahead and deal with that. Rage spell after that. And that's going to help them get over there when they aggro onto the queen. Those bowlers should go ahead and take her out, possibly the P.E.K.K.A. And see, now that queen aggro and the BK is going to start pulling the troops over to that third air defense. And we have one golem trailing, one's up the middle, and one's kind of tanking on the outside there. So once the main threats to that attack are taken out, we're going to go ahead and start dropping those surgical loons in. That BK is obviously not going to be a problem for the loons. And we see a Tesla farm on the outside there, but the bowlers and the P.E.K.K.A.s have broken through. And so sending in the rest of the loons, we know that fourth air defense is just about to go down with the bowler, and from there it's pretty much over. Bringing that haste spell just to help speed up loons if needed. And we'll go ahead and fast forward to the rest. Just one archer tower left. Everything's taken out. We still have two P.E.K.K.A.s up, a bowler, wizard, queen, some golemites. And that's going to be more than enough to go ahead and take out the rest of the space. Last one we're going to look at is this one. Again, similar type base, medium level heroes, level 1 expos. And again, we're going to be doing the same army composition without the BK. With the BK, you're going to be a lot stronger on this. But basically what we're looking at here is how can we take out these air defenses. We also have a wizard tower we can take out here on an approach. And we also would suspect some sort of Tesla action around here. So that's going to be a hot spot for anti-air type defenses. And unfortunately, our queen is way over here. So that's going to be one issue that we have to deal with in this type of attack. But by dropping the quake pretty much right on this air defense, we're going to open that up. The queen, you can see she's already jumping the wall. So we know she's going to jump that wall to attack. So as long as we have that portion open, we're good. So now we have access to at least 3 air defenses and the queen from this direction. So that's going to be how we want to attack this base. We'll go ahead and get that off and take a look at it. So the quake has opened up a big chunk of the base, access to the queen and 3 air defenses. Now we're going to go ahead with our shattered golem entry and go ahead and get our baby drag on the outside funnel. Wizards taking the rest of it. You can see they're going to be easily able to take out that external archer tower, which is really nice. And wall breakers are able to sneak in between the storages. Golems dive into that compartment, exactly what we wanted, followed immediately by the P.E.K.K.A.s and the bowlers once the funnel's created, and the queen and obviously the BK if you have it. Other than that, same approach. We're going to let them get as deep as they can. We're going to go ahead and put a poison down to deal with enemy clan castle troops. And this one may not have clan castle troops, so you've seen 2 already that did. Again, you just put that poison there leading into it, as well as a heal spell. And then once you're in the core, drop that rage spell. That's going to get everything pushed through. That rage spell probably wasn't the greatest because they actually all ran outside of it, so maybe not ideal, but at least pushed them where they needed to go as far as the tanks, so that ends up working out pretty nice. You can see the golem is now tanking the queen. Drop poison spell on the queen because we don't really have any other use for the poison spell since there wasn't clan castle troops. And everything's kind of working around. That queen's going to go ahead and take care of that 4th air defense. Everything's down perfect. Now we can go ahead and drop the rest of the loons aggressively now that the queen has handled all of the anti-air threat. And you can see, again, we do have that haste spell. With 2 wizard towers left, we're going to want to use it there. This is probably not quite as a convincing attack as maybe the other 2 were, but again, just showing some different options against different bases and basically getting the general concept down. You can see we still have a full golem who's now tanking for the expo perfect. So now nothing's going to be targeting the queen. We have a wizards and a P.E.K.K.A. working around the outside. We're going to go ahead and speed it up just a little bit. Pops the queen ability, takes out the queen, and now the expo does turn when the golem pops, and she's going to go ahead and take out that wizard tower. So we have 1 defense left, 2 golemites, a P.E.K.K.A., and some cleanup troops. So not quite as overpowering as the last couple attacks here, but again, just showing you a couple different things and how this can work on a variety of bases, especially those that give you some good pathing to air defenses. That'll do it for this look at the attack strategy of GoBoLoWiPe. I'm personally not, or haven't been anyway, the biggest fan of GoWiPe. And a lot of war people aren't, but many are. And with the change to the Teslas not doing the 1.5 times damage to P.E.K.K.A.s, I think we're going to see a lot more P.E.K.K.A. And we're going to continue to see the Clan Castle Bowlers. And then we're always going to see those backside targeting defense troops, whether it be hogs or balloons. So give it a try, sub hogs if you want, and try that out. But just some neat attack strategies. I think with this update that at Town Hall 9, just about everything is back on the board, from witches to P.E.K.K.A.s to anything in between. So I think that's great. It opens up just a variety of attacks and makes Town Hall 9 especially very interesting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to get more attack strategy content. Thanks for watching. This is the Allfather signing out.